The legislature is back in session. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica McKee, and this is ENN Now.
And I'm Melissa Carter. The new legislative session is back, and tribal sovereignty and taxes are two of the main issues. Governor Kevin Stitt told the Associated Press that his job is to represent all Oklahomans and not just tribal citizens. Stitt says that since other races of Oklahomans have to deal with taxes, it is fair that Native Americans need to as well. Lawmakers are expected to consider a tax cut. The House approved of a 0.25% reduction in tax rates. However, several senators disagree, saying it is a premature since revenue numbers have yet to be released. The focus on taxes in tribes stems from lawsuits following the U.S. Supreme Court McGirt's decision and its ongoing effects on tribal sovereignty.
The amount you could pay at the grocery store could go down with another bill filed at the Capitol. For details, here's ENN's Joshua McKee.
Senate Pro Tem Greg Treat proposed Senate Bill 1283 in December to eliminate the state portion of the grocery sales tax, which, according to estimates, would save the average Oklahoman around $700 every year, while a 0.25% income tax cut would only save around $110 at the end of the year after filing their taxes, Treat said in a news release. Treat also said Oklahomans are in the top 10 nationwide in grocery costs.
Superintendent of Public Instruction Ryan Walters is facing a new lawsuit.
The lawsuits are related to the teacher bonus program and the state's attempt to claw back money given out by mistake. One of those teachers suing is a special education teacher for a school, Epic Charter Schools. Kay Bojorquez received a $50,000 bonus in November from the department after applying for Walters' new teacher signing bonus program, believing she qualified. But she and at least 8 other teachers received letters at the end of January demanding the money be paid back in full by the end of February. Bojorquez was encouraged to apply for the bonus program by a supervisor, according to the lawsuit, but neither realized she should have been ineligible because she taught at an Oklahoma school district last year. Bojorquez is accusing the Oklahoma State Department of Education of being in breach of contract by attempting to take back the bonus, as well as acting in bad faith. According to the AP, Walters said he is working to ensure the teachers are able to keep the money.
One of Oklahoma's senators is making headlines for his work on a new border security bill. For details, here's ENN's John Kitchen.
The Senate's border deal has been proposed with a whole list of regulations offered for different actions to be taken at America's southern border. If the bill passes, it will be the first large-scale change to immigration laws in decades. A key change in the bill is if the amount of immigrants exceeds a certain limit over an amount of time, a new action will be put in place to stop additional immigration. Oklahoma Senator James Lankford was critical in working on the bill, although he faced pushback from some members of the state Republican Party. However, Lankford defended his work. The U.S. House doesn't plan to take up the bill at this time, according to published reports.
We are learning more details about the medical helicopter crash last week that killed 3 people. Marnie Cavan in Tulsa joins us with the latest on the investigation.
Last week, we told you about the helicopter crash that happened on January 20th near Weatherford. According to the National Safety Transportation Board's preliminary report, a goose was found in the helicopter flight control system and other geese were found in the debris field. A cause of the crash is not listed in the report, and the investigation could last up to 2 years. The pilot and 2 air evac crew members were killed in the crash.
While the Super Bowl is on some minds, it's basketball that's dominating the sports news in Oklahoma. For details, here's ENN Sports Director J.J. Stinn.
OU and OSU will play Bedlam basketball on the 10th. Each team has a game remaining before the matchup, with OU playing number 22 BYU and OSU playing number 4 Houston. The Pokes have been struggling this season, just picking up their second conference win against K-State. Still remaining last in the conference, the Sooners have had a good season so far, ranking 23rd in the country, but are tied for 4th in the Big 12. The two women's teams also recently played each other, with OU winning 81-74. The Sooners women lead the Big 12 with a 9-1 record in the conference, and OSU is at 8th at 4-7. The Oklahoma City Thunder will have 4 players in Indianapolis for the NBA's All-Star Weekend on February 16th to the 18th. Rookie guard Cason Wallace will join OKC's rookie center Chet Holmgren and second-year forward Jalen Williams for the Rising Stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be a starter for the West in the All-Star game on the 18th. This is Shai's second year being an All-Star and first being a starter. FIFA has announced where the World Cup final will take place in 2026. MetLife Stadium in New Jersey will host the final game, with many other U.S. stadiums hosting games during the worldwide tournament, including a game on July 4th in Philadelphia. The U.S. MNT will play its group stage games on June 12th, 19th, and the 25th, 2 of which being in LA and the 19th in Seattle. Canada and Mexico will also host games, making this the first World Cup to ever have 3 different host countries.
You may have been shaken awake by an earthquake Friday night. Renee Blair joins us in the Tulsa Bureau with more details on the earthquake that shook the state.
The U.S. Geological Survey says the earthquake was 5.1 magnitude, which was followed by smaller earthquakes over the next several hours. The earthquake struck at exactly 11:24 p.m. The earthquake was centered 8 kilometers northwest of Prague, Oklahoma. No injuries were reported and the damage was manageable. We asked EPIC students what they were doing when the earthquake hit and got their reactions.
I was in the living room and I was sitting. I was standing up to get something, and then I fell on the couch.
I don't think that any of us actually knew that there was an earthquake.
At my house, we have a really shaky washing machine, so I thought it was that. Mm-hmm. But then it started to shake the house a little bit.
I thought my cat was shaking my house.
Well, I thought my goats had got out at first, and they're bad about whenever they get out, they want to butt their heads up against the wall of our house to let us know that they're out.
Reporting in Tulsa, I'm Renee Blair.
This week's going to be a windy one. Asaya Adkins Horton joins us in Tulsa with the details of the weather this week.
According to the National Weather Service in Norman, it's going to be very windy on Wednesday through Thursday, so watch out. There's a slight chance of rain in northwest Oklahoma on Wednesday evening and southeast Oklahoma Thursday, but the strong wind is going to cause problems. There is critical high fire danger on Thursday in much of the state due to gusty south winds and warmer temperatures. There's a slight chance of rain again on Saturday. With your weather outlook, I'm Cy Horton.
The Oklahoma School for the Deaf is going viral with new classes that anyone can take. For details, here's ENN's Banning Letzenberger.
A viral TikTok has been posted about Oklahoma's free American Sign Language classes. The video now has nearly 400,000 likes and more than 3,000 comments. Located in Sulphur, the Oklahoma School for the Deaf is offering both American Sign Language 1 and American Sign Language 2 for free on their website. The 8-week-long classes are pre-recorded and self-paced. The classes are non-credit and do not count towards professional development hours or education units. It is important to note that for EPIC students, the school offers American Sign Language classes that count as a language credit.
If you are looking for family activities this week, there is plenty to do. Renee Collins in Tulsa joins us with the community calendar.
Here in Tulsa, there are lots of fun events to check out. At the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, the Cat Kid Comic Club musical will be a fun family activity to attend on February 8th. In Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City Thunder will be playing against the Sacramento Kings on February 11th at the Paycom Center. At the Civic Center, the Oklahoma City Ballet will be performing Giselle on February 9th through 11th. Finally, Brahms' Affair of the Heart, Oklahoma's biggest craft and marketplace show, will be at the OKC Fairgrounds February 9th through 11th. And that's everything on the calendar, so you can have an epic week.
That's all time we have for today. Thanks for joining us.
And be sure to keep checking our website and social media pages for more news from a team of student journalists.